Wanted to jump on this and make a video real quick and kind of just squash some stuff that I've been seeing. So, first and foremost, I feel super awkward that I even have to make this video, but I've been like not really keeping track of all of the stuff that's going on with this investigation for those girls that were killed. And to start off, like the very next day when they had announced the murders, and when they had shown the photos, as soon as I saw the photos, I messaged the two people that were in that video that I was talking to, my neighbor and then another guy that we had met earlier that night who I thought was really cool. And we invited him to come with us to Grub Bus. I was like, hey, weren't two of these girls at the Grub Bus with us last night? And they couldn't remember, but they were also very drunk, and I was not. So I did have, there's a drink called a Larry Craig. That's like a really popular drink over here. I did have one of those at Corner Club, but I mean, other than that, I was totally sober. When they confirmed that those were the girls, the only reason I knew that it was those girls was because I saw the video that said, oh, they were seen at this thing. Because I actually called the police right away and was like, hey, I think I might have information. I just need to know, like, what was one of the girls wearing? Because I remember one of them had, like, pink, because the one that bumped into me at Corner Club was wearing pink. But nobody called me back from the police, and I was like, okay, they're probably just swamped with information, probably whatever. But then when the video came out and people were like, no, those were the girls, and those two people were like, dude, those were the girls, I was like, okay, I'm gonna physically go to the police station and talk to the police. I told the police everything I saw, which is different than what I think is going out there right now. And I was just waiting for food. I'm just like everybody else in town that waits for food at the Grub Bus. It does take a while. Everybody goes there. And so that was kind of the thing. It was like, no, if you're ending the night, you end it at Grub Bus. But other than that, I don't really have any like crazy information. I don't know why everybody's reaching out to me. I don't know why so many people are trying to spin things around. And so what I've decided to do is that I'm only commenting on things that are like ridiculous, so try and give clarity. But man, people are really turning this into something it's not. Sorry, I had to do this in two parts because there's a lot. And I'm also shivering. It's cold and I'm in my truck. Yeah. So I wanted to address a few things specifically. One being the news article that came out. It was the first person that I actually like talked to with the news media. A lot of media outlets have reached out to me, and I've just ignored them because I just was like, man, I just was waiting for food. Like, I have nothing to add. I've given all the helpful information I can to the police. It would make zero sense for me to give any more information to random people. But these rumors that are going around were just like crazy, and I didn't have a bad vibe from the guy that people were dragging through the mud. I don't know if he did it or not. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I could speak to the vibe I got from him, which was all people really wanted to know at first anyways, and I thought he was fine. Now, the news outlet that I talked to, I mean, he really embellished some stuff I said and added his own words to things and kind of changed the verbiage. I wasn't defending anybody. That's one thing he said. I wasn't defending him. I was just saying people need to stop spreading rumors because that could ruin his life. What if he's innocent? It would ruin his life. The other thing he said is that I noticed him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him come in with the girls. I didn't notice him till I cracked the joke to the frat guys because I thought it was ridiculous that it was like freezing outside and that guy was in a tank top. So I just made a joke because that's how I make friends. I don't know. But that's when the guy chimed in and I noticed him. I didn't notice him until that moment. When I was at Corner Club, when I said ew, some people were like, "What? That's such a weird thing to say. Why would I?" That's what you say when you're standing talking to friends and somebody really drunk, like they smell drunk, they're like bouncing around and they bump into you and like rub up against you, like that's what you, it's gross. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but she was really between us several times and just couldn't even walk straight. That girl was very drunk. She's actually the only one that I thought was really drunk. And she was the only one I noticed at Corner Club because she had bumped into me. Another thing that was weird is that the guy who was interviewing me from the Daily Mail or whatever it was, he said glass-eyed, and I was like, sure, yeah, like that. I didn't actually even use that word. That was his word.
What are your first 4 max? Can I get the basil pesto? All 5 cheeses?
One basil pesto, $9.
One once?
How's your night going?
Good. How's your night going?
It's going extremely well. Cannot complain. I was able to sit down, so.
And then they'll come to me.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, I hate dealing with fucking people, so.
Oh, earlier they not, and then somebody in their group is usually apologizing for him.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't make up for it, but like.
No, it's amusing though. It's fun to watch other people. Welcome back.
I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
But if I have like a free Grub Bus on my like app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this. There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Don Small. Oh wait. Yeah, one.
Maybe I didn't have a free. I don't know.
It's right here.
And then what was the next?
Don't forget to move this.
The carbonara.
The carbonara mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you do not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
$10
Perfect.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool.
47. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Assumed we lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just 2 Don Juans?
cheese, mac and cheese, please?
Definitely.
I get
Pork tacos. Oh yeah. How many pork tacos would you like?
Just come with slice.
It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos. I don't eat 2. 3 is a lot for me.
So one would be fine if I was getting pasta or
Yeah.
just 2.
Yeah, that's gonna be
I better
almost 2 pounds of
I
food.
better get 2.
Okay, you got it.
I got
2 pork tacos? Done. 1 5 cheese, 1 basil pesto, 2 pork tacos, $24.50 for you.
Thank you.
2 Don Juans.
Send me an item.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on. If we decide
Yeah.
to, since we let's go.
Oh, people have fallen. People have fallen over reduced for you. Sorry, I'm talking to Twitch stream. Oh, you're so good. Absolutely, thank you. How are you doing?
Pretty good about yourself.
I'm doing extremely well. What sounds good?
I get a big burrito.
Send me an item.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on. If we decide
decided since we live
Oh, people have fallen. People have fallen over reduced for you. Sorry, I'm talking to Twitch stream. Oh, you're so good. Absolutely, thank you. How are you doing?
Pretty good about yourself.
I'm doing extremely well. What sounds good?
Can I get a big burrito?
Yeah.
Please.
For the big grill, would you like pork or chicken?
Chicken.
Got it. And then you said a Mountain Dew?
Yes, please.
Excellent.
Yeah. I mean, not to make up for it, but like.
No, it's amusing though. It's fun to watch other people miserable. Yeah. Have a good night. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Yes, I think I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
But if I have like a free grub truck on my like app,
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this. There you
cool.
go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Don's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one more.
Maybe I didn't have a free grub. I don't know.
It's right here.
Yeah, one more.
Maybe I didn't have a free grub. I don't know.
It's right here.
And then what was the next?
Don't forget to put this.
The
We
carbonara.
covered our Mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you do not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
$10 for you.
Perfect.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool.
47. Thank you very much. Can go. Yeah.
And she was the only one I noticed at Corner Club because she had bumped into me. Another thing that was weird is that the guy who was interviewing me from the Daily Mail or whatever it was, he said glass-eyed, and I was like, sure, yeah, like that. I didn't actually even use that word. That was his word. And then as far as the car goes, yeah, there was a car that pulled up. I couldn't remember what it was. I couldn't remember if it was black, blue, gray. I couldn't remember. I just remember that a car pulled up. Ooh, so cold. So yeah, so I didn't know what color the car was. It was dark. And I just felt like when I told the guy, I said it was a dark car, I couldn't remember what color it was. And I think when I was at the police station, I couldn't remember what color it was. They asked me to. And yeah, so, but the Daily Mail guy was like, no, you need to, like, was it blue? Was it black? I was like, I can't remember if it was blue or black. I can't remember. He's like, well, we'll just say dark colored car. And I was like, okay. I was like, I think it was a 4-door sedan, but this guy got out and was like, hey, let's go. What's going on? Because the girls were making videos and laughing, and they were trying to grab all the food. Every time food was coming out from the Grub Bus, they were just trying to grab it. And they thought it was funny, and I mean it was a little funny, but they were trying to grab all the food that was coming out. And when I went up and I talked to the guy at the Grub Bus, I said, did you just give them food? Because he just said, here you go, like that, and gave them food, and then they ran off. I actually told the Grub Bus, I was like, that was really nice of you. He's like, yeah, they just need to, they need to get home. And I was like, yeah. They were trying to climb into the Grub Bus, so, I mean, very drunk. And then, honestly, as soon as they called my number, I told the guy, I said, they're leaving, bro. And then, because they called my number, all I could think about was pasta. I couldn't think about anything else other than just eating macaroni and cheese. And that was it. I didn't give any other thoughts. I didn't think anything else about it. Yeah. Some people have said that, like, I've seen some people say, like, oh, I think it's suspicious how much Joe remembers. I'm an adult. Like, as soon as I realized that those were the girls that we saw there, I tried my best to remember everything and recount it from that night because I knew that it would help in the investigation. Some people said, oh, Joe might have been the suspect. Dude, I have cameras in my house. I literally have the time I walked in my house. The girls were still alive. At the can of soda that I had. I tried my best to remember everything and recount it from that night because I knew that it would help in the investigation. Some people said, "Oh, Joe might have been the suspect." Dude, I have cameras in my house. I literally have the time I walked in my house. The girls were still alive at that point, and I have the can of soda that I had in my video, have it in my hands, walking into my house. So, yeah, it wasn't me, I promise. And other.
Welcome back to my Meta-Ethnic Crime channel. My name is Huda London. This is the case of the Idaho. May the victims rest in peace. Condolence to the families, and may the correct justice be served. I'd love to thank my subscribers, my viewers, for your kind comments, thoughtful, knowledgeable, interesting comments. This case seems to get more baffling as day goes by. The more the reports come out, the more it seems like one person couldn't have done these horrific crimes by themselves, in my opinion. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. Joe VIDOT. In my opinion, has a lot of information. Let's start with the fact that he was at the Corner Club. The Corner Club is not a huge place. It's just a small wine bar or pub. Everyone can see each other, so I'm sure Joe VIDOT would have witnessed. Was his name CJ or CM? CJ was thrown out of the Corner Club for harassing girls. And allegedly, Showalter was thrown out too that night. Joe VIDOT keeps on mentioning the fact that the girls were intoxicated. That shows that he was paying close attention to them, although he says that he noticed it because Maddie bumped into him. But the horrible names he uses for the girls, the disrespectful names, is unacceptable. This was right after the quadruples took place. The reason I find him to be interesting is because you can clearly see that he's talking to the fraternity boys. He's talking to the guy with the tank top. What's his name? Drew Carter, allegedly. He's talking to Showalter. I don't think he just met Showalter at the grub truck, like he said. They were having friendly conversations, and we saw Maddie pointing her finger and saying F you to one of them. I wonder if Joe VIDOT knows the victims, or if he was spying on the victims. Because Joe VIDOT, Peyton Campbell, Hayden, the guy with the long hair, definitely came from the Corner Club. It seemed like everything at the Corner Club was planned. It was more like the main suspects were at at the grub truck. Banfield too. They were suspicious, but when I talk about the grub truck, if you paid attention to the pictures I showed you will notice that this looked like a setup. It was like almost 75% of the people at the grub truck were eyeing Kaylee and Maddie. You saw the guy behind Kaylee and Maddie with the girl. He was recording Kaylee. So when we hear Kaylee had a stalker, I won't be surprised if the stalker was either at the grub truck or at the Twitch video. Let's not forget the Twitch video, the thousands of people watching it live stream. People are buying the customers that they like food. So you can imagine how many psychopaths could have been on the Twitch. I find it interesting that Vito says that some people blame me, say Jovito did it, but it can't be possible because I was at home and I have cameras entering my house, and when I came home, the girls were still alive then. So it seems like he knows the exact time that they were unalived. And I believe that to be somewhere between 2:53 to 3:30, in my opinion, because these people were sending the captions 3:30 a.m. We saw that he was watching stuff on his phone device. I'm just asking, how much does he know? Was he spying on the girls? Was he working for someone? Let me know your opinions. This is all alleged. I've heard he's a career coach at Moscow, Idaho. I've heard he works in business. I've heard he owns a fight club. We've always heard that. And that is interesting. Was there a fight club that night? The guy with the tank top that he was basically laughing and joking with is Drew Carter. And he wrestles through. So what was going on that night? Was there a fight club going on? Because when the crowd was yelling, Zana, Zana, was Zana fighting in the fight club? We've heard rumors of that too. If Jovito was running a fight club, allegedly, then it would make sense why he was hanging around at the corner club and at the grub truck, because maybe his money's at it. We heard that the girls, especially Maddie, dumped rugs for $75,000. If that is true, whatever it belonged to, what if Vito was involved? Why was he at the grub truck? It doesn't even make sense. He wasn't the same age as the kids there. If he came to buy food, he would have bought it and left. Why was he hanging around? Why was he swinging his Coca-Cola bottle around? It doesn't make sense. When number 9 was putting something in Maddie's mouth, Jovito was clearly watching. He was close up. So this man knows everything. But why isn't he helping the families get the correct justice and the victims? Let me know what you'll think. Please like, share, and subscribe.